Good morning, you guys. So I'm outside and I was just in prayer talking to the Father. And I wanted to share a word that He just put on my heart basically as I was praying to Him about just some visions and just some passions that He's sown into my heart. So just to make this extremely quick, um, He basically was sharing with me that the reason why a lot of us are literally miserable as Christians, well, Christians especially for those who actually belong to Him, but this actually just goes for everybody. I was praying to Him about the music ministry that He's sown into my heart, alongside some other things that are entertainment related. And He basically revealed to me that we need to be consecrating ourselves and be intentional on seeking Him for any gifts that He may have sown into your heart or your spirit that are currently lying dormant. He did emphasize cutting off distractions, cutting off the world, anything that could just kind of be a hindrance to what He wants you focused on in terms of developing the ministry that He's put in your spirit. But specifically speaking about any like dissatisfaction or any um, lack of motivation, being miserable, being depressed. Because one of the things that I was expressing to the Lord, I'm like, Father, I feel it's kind of embarrassing and shameful. Like I have a relationship with the Father. Like I talk to you every day. I hear from you every day, but I feel like I'm just so miserable. And He said that the gifts that He's basically put in us, it's tied into your purpose and your destiny. So if you're not using this time to be consecrated and seeking the Lord, to cultivate and to develop whatever those gifts are, He said that you're basically meant to be living through those gifts that He's put in you as a filter, as far as your experience and your fellowship with Him abiding wise. So basically, if you're not walking in your purpose and you're not in alignment with your gifts that God has given you, you're not going to be fulfilled. You're not going to be happy. He definitely did say that, the Christian experience is supposed to be a lot more than just going to church, being obedient, living out the Bible. He has a lot of greater plans for us than that. Those things do matter. That's foundational, essential things. But God does have purposes and plans for us, and specific assignments that He has purpose for us to fulfill in this life, to bring glory and honor to His name and to His kingdom. And the reason why we are dissatisfied, while we're unhappy, we're unfulfilled, we feel the way I was feeling was just like, I feel like I'm just like, my life is pointless. Like a little bit, even though I know that Father has shown me like what He will be bringing me into, I just kind of still feel like, and He said, well, that's because you're not living through your gift. Everybody is gifted with something. You need to seek God for what that is. And He also told me that if He has given you a passion or a desire or a vision for something, you likely have a gift in that area that's lying dormant, that hasn't really been pulled out or developed or pushed to the forefront yet. You may need to go in fasting and spend some time with God so that He can actually pull that out of you. In addition to Him, putting you around divine connections with other believers who's going to help pull that out of you as well. So if you have the vision, you have the passion for it, God put that in you, you have a gift for it as well. Okay, so that's basically the word. I don't want to like make this too long. He basically just said if there's any miserable Christian, you're not living in alignment with your purpose. And your gifts that God put in you, the passion that He put in you, whatever talent that you have, it's tied into your purpose and your destiny. And whatever those gifts are, that's also tied into your how you abide in God, how you experience Him, what your relationship and what your experience with Him is going to be like as a Christian. You're supposed to live through that gift. So, for example, if your gift is music, if your gift is no shade to the creation, but could y'all please be quiet? Like, dude, it's so disrespectful. These birds, bro, like, I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's so annoying. I keep saying it. But yeah. So for example, if your gift that God gave you is music, whether it's to learn and play instruments, or whether it's the gift of song. Maybe he gave you a voice, the ability to sing. The reason why you feel unfulfilled as a person first, a Christian, because God has put gifts in a lot of people. They may not be, discipled or converted yet. You're basically meant to experience God through that gift. So your fellowship and your ministry looks like basically what's going to draw you closer to the Father, what's going to invite his presence into your life a lot more, is you living through that gift, making music unto him if it is a musical gift, singing unto him if you have the gift of song, basically. And there's a lot of different gifts that he's given. That's not just, it's not limited to music, solely. But he basically told me that the way he has designed you personally and the gifts that he's put in you is tied into your destiny, is tied into your purpose, and your fulfillment, basically. That's actually the avenue and the filter. That's the vessel that he's supposed to fill in. Basically, I'm trying to piece this together the way he gave it to me. He's supposed to pour into that particular vessel that's embedded in you, basically. So if you're not really living through that, if that gift is not being developed or cultivated, you're kind of just like limiting your experience with God as a Christian, basically. So you are meant to be filled. You are meant to be experiencing all the fruits of the Spirit. You're meant to be full of joy. You need to find out what your purpose is, basically. So for some of us, he may have already shown you through dreams what you're going to be doing, where he may put you, which is good, from a prophetic standpoint. But ask God to develop your gift. Ask him to uncover any gifts in you that are lying dormant. Ask him to anoint them and to just bring them to the forefront, and you can start operating in that facet of your ministry and use that in your fellowship with God and your alone time with him. That's actually where your infilling is going to come from. And he told me that that's why you feel miserable, basically. A lot of Christians don't know what their purpose is. Your purpose is beyond, the basic stuff, going to church, fellowship, obeying God, reading the word, you're supposed to do something here. Okay, find out what your ministry is. Ask God to reveal to you what are the gifts, that you put in me, because it's going to reveal what he wants to use you for. And you're meant to experience him. That's where you're going to experience him greater in that dimension of whatever that is what he told me. So if you're not really in a place of true intimacy with God, that could be why. Because he's supposed to meet you where your gift is. Okay? And he said that that's y'all's secret place together. Because that's literally the way he designed you. It's already in you. So, that's it. I'm going to get off because I talk too much. Okay, bye.